Follow these basic steps and experience simplified one-person assembly of your new YARDMAX half-beam gas log splitter. This is how your product will arrive. To remove the top of the crate, simply use a screwdriver to pry the flap open. For an easier release, try using a hammer to help flatten the flap. After opening each metal flap, simply lift the cover off the crate to reveal the machine. Once removing the top of the crate, remove all plastic shrink wrap. Then cut the clear straps, remove detached part, cut the green straps and remove the cloth material and brown cardboard. And remove the bolts and metal plate to separate the kickstand from the machine, leaving the log splitter sitting firmly on the pellet. Now you're ready to get started. Step 1. Start by slowly pulling the beam in a straight line until the beam pivot bracket aligns with the pivot holes in the tank pivot mount. Avoid moving it too far or shifting it to one side or the other. This could lead to tipping and possible injury to you or damage to the machine. Ensure the U-channel is seated into the cross-section so the pivot holes line up. Insert the pivot bolt and tighten it. Step 2. Pull the hydraulic cylinder handle slowly in a straight line until the holes in the log stripper align with the holes in the trunnion mount. Then remove the cotter pin. Move the control lever to neutral and reattach. Bend and spread the prongs in opposite directions. Loosen the bolts. Change the lever from vertical to horizontal. Move the handle in and keep a distance of 2 inches between the U-hoop and the bottom of the cylinder. Secure and tighten the bolts. Step 3. Again aligning the holes in the stripper with those in the trunnion mount, install the log stripper by tightening the bolts and washers. Step 4. Slowly push the hydraulic cylinder handle and stand the assembled beam onto the end plate in the vertical position. Step 5. Move the bridge pin and lock pin from the upper hole to the lower hole. Make sure the unit is locked vertically. Step 6. Mount the towing bar by inserting the tow bar into the tank bracket, aligning the holes and connecting and tightening. Step 7. Attach the support leg by aligning the upper hole in the bracket with those in the leg. Insert the U-shaped lock pin to hold the support leg in place. Slightly lift the machine by the tow bar while rotating it so that the support leg can drop to the down position and support the machine on the ground. Then fully insert the U-shaped lock pin. Make sure the shorter end goes through the lower hole. Remove the shipping pallet base and dispose of properly. Next, secure the U-shaped lock pin. Insert the roll pin through the location hole at the top of the support leg and into the U-shaped lock pin hole. Now, slide the spring and flat washer over the end of the U-shaped lock pin, securing them in place with the other roll pin. Step 8. Take the axle with the lower bracket and attach it to the upper bracket. Step 9. In order to attach the wheels, position the washer on the axle and slide the tire onto the axle with the valve stem facing out. Then, slide the roller bearing and put the washer against it. Tighten the axle nut and turn the hub to ensure proper bearing seating. Loosen the axle nut until you can turn it with your fingers, then retighten it with your fingers. Then, insert the cotter pin in the axle nut and the axle. Bend and spread the prongs in opposite directions. Make sure the tire spins freely. Align and install the dust cap onto the wheel hub. Do the same for the other wheel. Step 10. Install the fenders by aligning them to the tank assembly. Insert bolts and washers and tighten. Step 11. To install the horizontal beam lock, mount it to the beam assembly. Step 12. Remove the cap of the manual tube and align the holes with those in the tow bar. Insert and tighten the bolts, washers, and cap. Step 13. Install the muffler by removing the plastic sheet by loosening the nuts and washers. Then align the holes in the muffler with the holes in the engine and reattach. Step 14. Install the log cradle by aligning the holes with the holes of your desired position of flat or angled. Insert bolts and secure. Do the same for both log cradles. There you have it. Simple, one-man assembly of the YARDMAX half-beam gas log splitter. If you still have any questions, please feel free to visit our website at yardmax.com.